Hello and welcome back to another Toronto video. In today's one, we're at the TMNT, the RW ongoing series, issue number 9. And in this issue, we're going to be seeing Mikey and Raph. We're going to be going into Foot headquarters, fighting out some police. And then later on, we're going to be seeing Mikey on the subway, fighting some animal hate or mutant haters. This issue, it seems like it's going to be a very crazy one, just moving the story along in a very interesting way. And also seeing it from Mikey's point of view, which could be interesting with seeing how he's going to be dealing with the whole situation. So, yeah. Okay, so on the first page, we get to see Mikey. He's going over to the Foot headquarters. And yeah, so we get to see the police, the Foot, they're outside, shooting the arrows. And we do get to see Mikey, he's talking about how he was missing the old life, about when he was back, when he was doing all these stuff when he was a movie star. It was missing his life as being like a, Ninja Turtle and fighting bad guys. But now that he's got his life back, he's pretty much an idiot for this kind of stuff. And that's when we do cut over to the next page, where we do get to see this pretty cool shot, where we do get to see the whole building, see Mikey going up the Foot headquarters, fighting off the Foot guards and that kind of stuff. I mean, it is really cool. The only downside to this one is that if you're not paying attention to how it's laid out, then it can be a bit confusing with how it's all spread out with the dialogue. But either way, this is just an amazing one, just for how Mikey's going through, beating up all the bad guys. And he goes on to say that Donnie, he's been trapped in these, and he's been locked up by DA Hale, and now he's being sent over to the Foot headquarters, and he's in very he's watched tightly by all the guards, and rightfully so, because it's Donnie. And yeah, so we do get to see Mikey. He's just going up through the different floors, fighting off all the bad guys, and I just love this. It looks just amazing, beautiful, just seeing Mikey just fighting everyone, and at the end we do get to see him all bloodied up with all the blood on him. It looks just so great. I love these kind of shots, and yeah, I mean, I definitely see a lot more of this kind of stuff, because this just looks amazing. I love it. So then on the next page, we get to see Mikey. He's there in the police station, and his room is filled up with gas. And that's when he sees a figure, and he thinks it could be Donnie. Turns out that it's Raph. And Raph reveals that he came through into the building like a normal ninja, but going through the window. However, the window does get shot off with all bars, so it wasn't the best move, but at least he was a bit more of a ninja than Mikey, so at least give him some credit for that. So then on the next page, which is the final page of this bit here, we get to see Mikey and Raph. They decide to go through and beat up all the bad guys, all the Foot, just so that they can get out and all that kind of stuff. And on the last panel, we do get to see Mikey. He's talking about how he used to love the city, however, just due to everything that's happening, he can't really love it so much, just because of all the things that's happening with everyone going after them, which is understandable, but yeah. And then for the next 2 pages, which a little bit further on in the issue, which we don't know the full context behind, we'll get to see these shark people. They're just random criminals who wear mutant shark heads, because trying to spread fear into the city with mutant masks, which is just so stupid. But he comes over, they come over to Mikey and say, you can get off now, you won't get hurt too much. Meanwhile, one of the mutants says that if you run for it, you only get curb stomped, and that'll be about it. But then that's when Mikey reveals himself to be Mikey, and I just say that I like how this page is spread out with seeing the nunchuck being the theme that separates the panels. I thought that's really cool. And then even seeing Mikey down there at the bottom, it looks really great. Just how they're able to draw Mikey there, it looks really great there. And then after that, we do get to see Mikey. He's just thrown using all his nunchucks and just putting on a spectacular move. However, all the sharks don't realize this and don't really know what nunchucks are, But then after that, we get to see a shark pulls out a gun and says oh yeah, this gun is a real classic. So I'm not too sure what's going to happen next. I got a feeling that it's going to be something good. I'm really hoping it's going to be something good. I guess we'll wait and see about that, but oh boy, it could be interesting. I really hope it is. So for the description for this issue, it is: already weakened, wary and little drained, poor Donatello has now been captured by a Foot clan. Remaining Turtle Boys make a plan for an all-out war against Karai, but are forced to think twice when they hear the voice of reason coming from a body of a dead rat. So yeah, I mean, I'd say that overall for this description, it doesn't really give off all too much for what to expect in this issue, other than just we're going to be seeing the Turtles making some plans, and also maybe seeing Splinter come back to life in a way. I had to say that it has me intrigued with what they could be doing, like Splinter, and how they could be going around it because of everything which they've done with Splinter and all that kind of stuff. And we've seen how they've done Splinter so far with the like dead rat thing with Donnie. I'm just very curious to see how it's all going to be playing out. I mean, I hope that it's good, and hopefully, and I hope that it does actually continue the good legacy of this version of Splinter. But we'll wait and see about that. And then they're making the plans to go with having an all-out war cry. I hope it happens soon. That's all I really got to say about that. But I don't think it will be happening for quite a while. So yeah. Okay, so for the covers, we got cover A, which is done by George Phones. Now, I do like this cover. It's very simplistic, but I do like it. We do get to see Mikey. He's jumping down, and we do get to see all the foot. They're falling down. I like it. It's simple. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really much to really say about it. It's just a simple but effective cover where you just get to see the Turtles just doing that. I mean, yeah, I just wish there was a little bit more to it, but at the same time, I feel like this is like a really good cover just to represent the foot and Mikey and all that kind of stuff. It's just a really good job of just doing what it has to do. And yeah, I just wish for like the background maybe wasn't so simple, but oh well. And then for cover B, which is done by Kevin Eastman, we get to see the scene which we just showed earlier. We'll get to see Mikey. He's in the like train and he's about to fight the shark dudes. I don't know if maybe with this like whole cover, the shark. I don't know if that's supposed to be a reference to like street sharks. They give me that kind of vibe, but I don't think so, just because legal reasons. But yeah, I mean that could be cool if that is the case, but I highly doubt it. But anyway, it's pretty cool. And then for cover C, which is done by Junior Ray, who's doing the artwork for this issue, we get to see the Turtles in a black and white like cover, and the only color is the bandanas, where we get to see the Turtles there in the sewers. It looks cool and a bit like dark, a bit more mature, a bit more like mature. I think that might be the best way to describe it. I mean, as much as I like this cover, it doesn't really feel like it's properly representing the actual issue itself. But either way, I just love this one because of the lack of colours and the just whole dark, mature vibe for this one. It's really giving me that kind of vibes, which I feel like it works a bit too well because I want something a bit more like that. But unfortunately, we're not getting that. But oh well, either way. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you think about this issue. Are you looking forward to it? Are you not? And yeah, that's it for today, guys. If you please share, subscribe, and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.